them I wrote last month. Yeah, last month, and it's called Limits. I see limits everywhere, from the subjects I'm allowed to write about to what I can do with my hair. But limits go farther than writing and looks. You can probably see it in all of your history books. Every day since I took my first breath, I've been placed in a world where everything is a test. I've been told to push the limits and do what you do. But society holds me back and tells me not to. You see, my generation is one of the best. Not with drugs or alcohol, we are better than the rest, but if we even mention sexuality or race, then we are told that we are out of our place. Society thinks that everything is wrong with the world, but they forgot who made it that way. Our generation is to blame for shootings and attacks, but no one will help for fear of being pushed back. God forbid I tell my parents they are wrong. If I disagree, I am forced to smile and happily play along. I am told to dress like this, I am told to act like that, and if my stomach shows a little bit, then I am considered fat. I try to push the limits and try to live my life, but how can I do that when my curfew ends at 5? I am limited to what I can do, I am limited to what I can say, and let me tell you now that I hate living that way. I don't want to be here if I don't have a choice. I don't want to speak if I can't use my voice. If I can't speak for what is right and let my voice be heard, then what's the point of fighting or muttering a single word? Society has defined us like puppets on a string. They have told us what is right, what is wrong, and in between. Girls talk about fashion while boys talk about sports, and if we step out of line, then it's a negative result. I want to use my voice and speak for what is right. I want to shred my puppet strings and get ready for a fight. I want to cross limitation and be who I want to be, but I can't because society won't let me. I'll just walk around like a puppet and keep my thoughts to myself just like everyone else, because that is what is accepted. This is called The Rebel and the Wise. They walked together, hand in hand, the rebel and the wise. He was always thinking, and she was in disguise. They walked over the valleys through laughter and the cries. She was just sarcastic, and he was full of sighs. He spoke with grace, she bit her tongue, and hid her thoughts with lies. But he could read her like a book, not to her surprise. He was always thinking, and she was in disguise, but nobody could doubt them, the rebel and the wise. Part 2. They walked together side by side, the rebel and the wise. She wore leather jackets and shadow on her eyes. He was slightly different, a broken butterfly. He'd lay next to rebellion and hush her muffled cries. She would hop the fences, danger she'd advise, as she shed her helpless tears and scream up at the skies. But nonetheless, they kept it on, silence they'd despise, never been apart, the rebel and the wise.